boom! Oh god, I just punched the desk and all my stuff like jumped into the air slightly.
I wondered what that was. That was weird.
That was interesting. I literally, okay, I hit the desk and I literally, because my peripheral vision covers the whole desk and I was looking at the screen. Everything, like I saw everything just jump up and land again really quick. I was
That's funny.
Damn, that's cool.
Calm down, Zach. Calm down. I know you're hyped for this, but come on.
Oh, flip the desk! I just spit everywhere. Yuck.
Starting it off
Yuck.
good. Starting it off good.
Yeah, always. That's
okay,
what I do.
So this is our 100th video.
100th video! As you can probably tell from the awesome thumbnail that I was totally not designing right before we started
talking. Totally.
Anything.
Hey, at least you got a head start on
totally
it. Good job. Good job.
100th yeah. Yeah, 100th video, and it's going to be kind of like a podcast because we had problems with like recording stuff. We had some big ideas like we always do.
We're like, we're going to do this, and then we always fall short.
Yeah, because something always pops up at the randomest times, and most times the worst times possible. And then we come up with other solutions, and like this, and I think Austin has some stuff for us to go by as guidelines so we don't get too derailed and make this like a 20-hour-long video.
my dad comes up here, he's like, what are you doing? We were supposed to leave 5 hours ago. I'm like, oh.
Right? Yeah, it's like,
Hey, Zach, I'll keep the recording going. I'll be back in like an hour. Just keep it rolling. We'll just throw this all up as a raw file.
Keep it rolling.
You have to entertain him for an hour.
Oh god, I'll read a book to him. That's what I'll do. I'll read the magic book to him.
There you go.
That's good.
So I figured for our 100th video special, seeing as how we're not going to be able to really record until this weekend, and by then we would have already passed the milestone, we could go back and talk about some of our more memorable things for the past 99 videos.
And not even, for like the 99 videos and just like things that have happened that were either not on video and stuff like that we just kind of want to bring up. It's like, oh,
there's many things, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about here is the Mount Your Friends video.
Our first ever video on our channel that I absolutely insisted that should be the first video on our channel instead of a like welcome, this is our channel video, which we still need to do. We still have not done. It's like the fucking epitome of our channel at this point.
we keep trying, but we just can't do it.
Yeah, every time we go to record it, like it gets recorded and then like something's fucked up and then we can't use it. Yeah. So I was like, we'll throw this out because it was for
it was for Valentine's Day.
Was that for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, we made a whole joke because we're like, we're gonna play a romantic game for Valentine's Day, but I'm like, hey, we should play Mount Your Friends, and you're like, done.
I mean, I could have suggested some like dating simulator game, like anime dating simulator games.
Oh, there's plenty of those. That would have actually been pretty funny. But Mount Your Friends.
But I thought Mount Your Friends was more, I don't know, tuned to our kind of comedy, I guess.
Our channel, one long, penis joke. So it fits.
One extremely long, floppy penis joke.
That likes the whirlwind when you're moving around.
Oh god! Giant penis uses whirlwind. It is super effective. So I genuinely liked that video.
I liked it too.
Out of the sheer fact that I had a split second before we started recording, and I was like, "Hold up! I gotta go do something." And you're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then I like grabbed my dress-up shirt and I put that on.
I wasn't prepared, but I had my coat with me, so it was kind of fancy.
If I had another one, I would have given it to you, but I don't think I have.
No big deal. I looked fancy enough. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Then we seductively ate chocolate. That's the main thing that like sticks out to me when I think of that video. Is whenever in the beginning we just like looked at the
ending
camera.
Where we just like oh.
Well,
in the beginning.
It was towards the beginning because you gave me a chocolate that I actually bought for you to try, and then you're like, we're gonna use this for the video, and I'm like, thanks.
You're like, what the hell are you using for the video? Okay, I guess, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
And we just went with it.
I got it though because it was Valentine's Day, so I'm like, hey, chocolates kind of thing.
Right.
But
I think that's where a lot of our like inspiration stuff comes for. It's like the probably the 10 minutes before we hit like the record button. We get some crazy epiphanies of like, oh my god, what if we did this with this, and what if we did this, and like some of the other videos that we're kind of thinking of.
That's a good point because I came up with this idea like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, we literally were just talking about this on Twitter, probably about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, and well, it's like 30 now.
Yeah,
I think, but still, it doesn't fucking matter. Whatever, right? Like. We literally had this idea, and I was like, oh, that'd be a really cool idea to do it, like, do kind of different milestones and do these podcasty kind of things at those milestones. Even if we have another video planned, I'd like to still do these. And kind of see, like, progressively, like, how we grow on our channel and, like, how the channel grows just in general, and, like, how we perceive things differently, and, like, how much we learn through doing this.
Yeah.
It was kind of like another weird experiment like that I was thinking of in my head. I was like, because I do that a lot with our videos. I'm like, I want to see what this video will be like in like another year. Like I want to see what, like, if I go back to it and I still find this one part funny, or if I find this like, oh, Austin did a really good job there, or if you're like in the future, if your editing gets holy shit ton better. Where I go back to that,
man,
like,
he's
wow, this
such
is when
noob.
Austin. Yeah, when I would go back and be like, wow, this is when Austin sucked at editing. Now he's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing though. I've definitely learned some tricks just by editing, and because it's middle of editing where I'm like, I can mess with Zach with this. Let's go find out how to do it. That's literally my motivation.
Right? And he's being completely honest too, because that's what he does. Because. A couple times he's caught me up in watching a video because I have a terrible memory, so I go back and watch some of the videos that we make because I'm like, oh yeah, what did we do in that? Like I don't remember what the hell like we were doing in that episode or like in this part. I go back to it and I watch it, and many of you know maybe. Hang on, where's my iPod? There's a horn app that I have. For my iPod.
I'll leave it in this one because this is our 100th episode.
I gotta get to it. Hang on. I have like 10 things open. No, go back.
You're missing your chance, Zach. You're missing your chance.
I know. I'm going. It's so close. Oh God.
That's his air horn.
And he cuts it out of every video. And I swear to God, if he cuts it out of this because there was a nice silent moment right before that, I freaked the fuck out. I noticed that. You're like, oh, sit there quiet.
I'll leave it in this one.
On.
This will be the one video that it's left in, so that people actually know what you're talking about. So,
like, I try to do that in every video. Well, not every video, but occasionally in videos. He cuts it out every time because he's a scrub. But I always like going through the videos and seeing the little notes that he puts in, or like the little. Now he's doing sound effects in them, which I thought was really fucking awesome. Especially, you said it was episode 20, I think it was.
Yeah, it's Fallout 3,
Fallout.
And the title is Interesting Episode. I don't know, I was probably really tired when I named it that. Because I named it that because a lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened in that one. That's why
a lot of stuff did happen, and a lot of random shit happened. And I think that's the first time that you put
sound effects.
A sound effect in of some description. You actually put in different ones throughout like our videos now that I do notice, and I don't think of them, but like I notice them. I think that's like, I don't know, like that's one of the coolest things about like you editing, because me, I would be slightly lazy and be like, God, I don't want to put in like it'd be cool, but I don't want to go through the effort of finding a some kind of sound effect that matches kind of that scene. Kind of, I don't know.
I can
it
tell
seems
you
like a
one
lot
thing.
of work for me. That's why I'm like, good God, I don't know how he does it.
I can tell you one thing. If it wasn't for the YouTube audio library, none of this would happen because they have a bunch of free stuff that I don't even need to do anything about. They have a list of stuff that have like ads, like where you have to pay them or you have to give permission, but they also have royalty-free stuff that you can just put in your videos at all times, and they have a soundtrack thing that I can go through, and I find majority of my soundtracks from those.
They're good. I'm actually surprised because like that's a long list of music, of sound effects, of all sorts of different like audio file kind of things.
Yeah.
And like I don't know.
So
it seems like a lot still, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Now that we're talking a little bit about Fallout 3, what's your opinion of Fallout 3 so far? This is our first main series that I think will go the longest out of the 3 ones that we're putting out now.
Yeah. I really, really like Fallout 3. I mean, it's like, okay, I've played it a little bit before, and I've probably gotten to maybe level 5.
You blew up
maybe
Megaton
at like
many times.
At the but basically, I got to Megaton. I would kind of explore, and after that, I would be done because I didn't get engaged into it as much for some reason, and I was like, whatever, right? But like playing it with someone else and being able to like someone that kind of like knows what the hell they're doing, kind of thing, makes it so much more like fun to me because I don't know what's going on 90% of the time, anyway, just in general, but like in Fallout 3 as well. And I like watch it, and we're playing, and then I go back and watch it, and I notice things that you say like, oh well, that'll happen later in this video, but then like we, progress through these other videos, and that thing happens, or you're like, oh, this is like in the 20th one, you're like, oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Like this is one of my favorite fucking things.
Tranquility
like,
Lane. I love
like,
that part of the game.
Why was that, or why is that? And I went through and saw it and was like, oh, that's really fucking cool. Like, that is... I just love the progression that we're doing so far because it doesn't feel like it's too slow. It actually feels like we're going at a pretty good pace, which is nice.
We started...
The game itself...
We started for a while going at a fast pace, but then we're like, let's go do a DLC because we have like 4 DLCs. We did one that
we didn't.
I accidentally
choose to go do the first DLC.
That was a bit of a blunder by me. I forgot all about it.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, there's a ray gun thing. I'm like, oh, that'd be really cool to get. We go there and all of a sudden it's like, we're like. Well, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And you just like slightly facepalm. You're like, dude, there's a DLC here, and it's a long one. I'm like, no. I don't know. I like that part though, that it was unexpected to both of us because when you know so much about the game and you try to kind of not play it off like you don't, but just kind of sit back and enjoy the game, it's really weird because I did that in the first. Like 2 or 3, maybe 4 episodes of Bastion. I don't know how they're edited or how short they'll be, but like that's how I was in the first ones. And I was bored as shit. To be completely honest, I was like, well, I've seen all this stuff before. I know what's gonna happen here. Blah blah blah. I did like the input from you every once in a while, but I was still pretty like. And then we did the next session of it. Oh, by the way, we're doing Bastion after.
Yeah, a Lego. We'll get to the fail on that one eventually. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, that'll happen. But, like, the next recording session, I literally sat there and something clicked in my brain that was like, just fucking watch and enjoy. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I kind of like kicked back, and every time something happened, I would actually have some input and actually like say something really like, oh, dude, it's actually a pretty good weapon. Like that's or like whatever. It would be at the time that we were doing. You would like pick up a weapon, or you would like something would happen in the game, and you'd be like, "Oh, what's going on here?" I'm like, and I don't like completely explain it, but I'm like, "Oh, that's a really weird like AOE kind of weapon or something like that," or "Oh, this like the one part with ankle gator. You were like, oh no, and I just sat back. I knew something. I knew what was gonna happen, and I knew how like everything worked in there. But I literally sat back and was just like losing my shit because you were like freaking the fuck. You're like, oh, I don't want to go in the grass. No, go in the grass. And then you would like combat roll everywhere. Like, you gotta go through the grass here. And you're like, no, I don't want to. And you just ran through anyway. Yeah, it was like I like those moments, and those happen a lot in Fallout 3 because it's still like an open world RPG, so you have those random elements that just at random times. So I really like Fallout 3. It's a really good game, and
it is.
So far I've liked the DLCs for it, except the walking over encumbered is pretty fucking terrible.
So. That was pretty bad. Okay, so what about our the other series that we're putting out, Crisis?
I like Crisis as well. It's a little it's a little crazy because it's suddenly like it throws you in really quick because you're fighting like humans, and then all of a sudden there's like alien things, and you're like, oh, okay, well, and it's not really explained to you either. Like, they were doing research, and they were trying to figure out what this thing, like, what these things were, and they kind of didn't really explain it well enough to just be like, okay, there's giant squid things attacking us now for whatever reason. Like, it seems kind of just thrown right in there, and I don't know. But it's still pretty good. Like, the guns are fun to use. I love the customization of them. The randomness of how a lot of things in the game react. Like, it may be you run into something, and you, like, by you running into it, the force of you running into it just, like, shoots it away or something like that.
Or,
like, if you...
The physics are very great.
Yeah, like, the physics are crazy. Especially, like, when you punch people. The fisticuffs is, like, the best thing in the game.
Like, my
because
favorite thing.
It's, like, the most OP weapon, and it's your fists. That's all it is. And you go just punch something, and that something just goes out into the distance, and you're like, Jesus, what just happened? And you kind of like know that you're like, these hands, they're killers. And I like that fact. I don't know, it's really good.
I think it is at least. I think fisticuffs is definitely like my favorite thing in the game, but I happen to really, really, really like the randomness that just happens in there. And part of that comes down to us being really, really dumb. Not all of it's like the game itself. Like, I can't remember what episode it was. It was one of our more recent episodes. I don't know if you watched it or not, but there's this part where I shot a couple dudes in the face, and a giant tortoise. He was crawling around, and whenever we approached, he like stopped with his head was out of his shell, and it looked like it was up guy's butt. And we just like sat there for like 30 minutes laughing.
Well, it's like the random weird things that happen in that game make it more playable. Like, it's a fun shooter kind of game because you can get a plethora of different weapons that you like as you progress. But like, just the randomness of it. Just you have things just randomly fall out of the sky, or if you like just barely tap the side of a building, the building has like a 50-50 chance of just exploding into bits. It's just really fun to just have that happen at a time that you're like, oh, having a really tense moment, getting really into this firefight, and then you take a step, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking mine below you, and that you didn't see, and just blows you up.
That's happened plenty of times.
It's at that point it's half frustrating, but on the other side of it, it's like, why did I not see that? Like, why? At what point in time was I like, oh yeah, totally don't notice this minefield
sign
here,
red sign
any of these fucking
just, like,
circular.
over there.
Yeah, and can't see these circular plates on the ground. What are those? Let's step on them. Like, it's just if the randomness wasn't there, I don't think it would be as fun for us to play and or to watch.
Yeah.
So, Yeah. I honestly can't say anything about Lego Lord of the Rings, though, because I don't watch it and I don't remember anything from it. So.
I remember some of the stuff. I'm going to be honest, though. A lot of it was us being grumpy, and a lot of it was us trying to punch each other in the face with our characters. That's probably about half the series. Is us just...
Right. I do remember a lot of me trying to kill you, and then after I kill you, you get revenge and then get away somehow. And I'm like, no, I can't even get you now.
The thing that sticks out to me, though, is whenever we first show up to... what's that place called? It's the place that... No. The place that Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin go after they escape the Ring Wraiths. Are the Nazgul? It's like the
town.
inn.
I can't remember it. Yeah.
What's that place called? Anyway, I thought does it start with a B? I can't remember. Google. Anyway, well, you can look it up on Google, but we were in the cutscene before, like whenever I cut out our audio and kind of thing. Like Mary's talking about like Huckleberry Ferry or something like that. I can't remember for sure. And he was talking about like, and then he was talking about like Brandywine Bridge, 20 miles or something like that. And I pointed it out to you. I'm like, hey, look, it's 20 miles, and it was like maybe like 5 foot on the screen.
Yeah, I do remember that. The prancing
and
pony
you
is
freaking
the
And you freaking like flipped out at it because you're like, what? That's 20 miles?
Right? It was just so weird because they were like, it's 20 miles. It's such, like oh, the quest to get there, like the distance of this is so far for these little hobbits, and then it's like a small puddle with like
you jumped across it whenever I set the like barge in between. You like jumped between the barge and the dock type things. It was pretty good.
I was so... I don't know why that stuck out to me like so much like that. I guess it was just how much they emphasized it to be like a joke, of course, after. Mm-hmm. But I guess that was kind of also at the time where I was being very critical of games, and anymore I'm like, this is like someone's hard work in a game, so I don't want to like criticize it. I don't want to look at the negatives first. I just want to look at the positives and stuff like that about them, and then like... But, like, I was like, how is this 20 miles? Yeah, I remember freaking out about that. I think
overall, though, Lego Lord of the Rings, I enjoyed. Mainly because it's, like, really the only co-op game that we played that we both have played at the same time. We could both interact. There will be more of those type of games, but that was just, like, the easiest one we could think of. We actually started recording Lego Batman first, but then we swapped over to Lord of the Rings because we both enjoy Lord of the Rings more than we do Batman. At least I think that was what the reason was. I can't remember.
Yeah,
because that was like over a year or something.
I think maybe the audio may have messed up or something. Something messed up with it, I think, and then you were just like, let's do Lord of the Rings instead. We both know it a lot better, and we'll probably have more fun with it. It's like, that's totally okay. Like, believe it or not, I'm a nerd with like superheroes and stuff. I'm not a big fan of like how everyone else is like a big fan of Batman. I'm not a big fan of him. I'm not a big fan of Superman either, but that's...
I'm not a big fan of Superman. I never really got into Superman kind of thing, but we're going to start rambling if we go on that.
I like Marvel.
Marvel's pretty good.
Marvel's my thing.
I like DC
just makes unkillable characters.
I like DC from the fact that it's a bit more, I guess, more gritty, if that's the right word. It's a little bit more dark, I guess, but I understand your reasoning, though. I prefer a lot of the superheroes over on Marvel's side, though. I prefer a lot of their people.
I understand what you mean with, like, because a lot of DC characters, like, their origins are pretty fucking horrific. Like, Superman, his world and his people were destroyed. Like, that's... like the truth of it. So
Batman's parents killed
when you like look at that versus like something like Wolverine, where like he's had a lot of people die in his life. Yeah. But the thing is, like, he's not like, oh hey, everyone that I know and love have been destroyed. It's just some of them.
Just some of them. Anyway,
Yeah.
back on track.
Yeah.
This has probably got to be one of my favorite videos that we've ever put out on our channel, and that is our test recording Soul Calibur 4.
Was it the first one or the second one?
The first one, the test recording, not the one that we purposely recorded. The test recording, the first one, about 20 minutes long.
Dude, the birth of Blueberry was the death of me.
It was.
Like one is brought into this world, one is taken out. He has taken my soul from me, and crushed it into little bits, and then devoured it, and then his hair from my broken, devoured soul has grown more fluffy and blue.
Freaking Blueberry, he's OP. You can't beat Blueberry.
I can't. I think I beat him.
You beat him a couple times, but you never won the match. I don't think you won the match.
Yeah, exactly. I think I've knocked him out of the ring once, and beyond that, he's always won. And
you rage quit the second one, but that one hasn't come out yet.
I did. That was full on honest rage quit. Like a lot of people. Okay, real talk, kids.
Oh.
A lot of people put on fake, like, oh my god reactions. And,
this sucks.
like, anger reactions. And, like, oh god, jump scare. Oh, I'm so scared. Scream like a little girl and then get 20 million views. Well, let me tell you something. Most of that shit's fake. Problem with the second Soul Calibur video we did, that was not fucking fake at all. I almost left. I was like, oh my god, I fucking hate this game. So I want to just rip it out of the Xbox and just snap it in half. And then, like, storm off.
Yeah, because I was even kind of like, you wanted to record this, what's going on?
I did want to, because I was like, maybe I was just dumb the first time. Maybe I shouldn't button mash as much. Maybe I should try to learn what the fuck I'm doing. The problem is, you don't really get to choose a good, like, fighting set for, like abilities for your character. Like, literally everything is just like, push a button, hit, and then hope that they don't counter it or block it or whatever. That, and my chick, like, she does mid shots really well, but low shots she can't fucking do or shit, and then, like, high shots
I remember that.
So all you need to do is block, like, just to do a general block, like a mid block, and you're fine, because her kick, her, like, low kick is so, like, short distanced that she doesn't even, like, lunge forward. She just, like, sits there and spins, basically. Yeah. And then for her high kick, she just stands there and, like, kicks or, like, high punches, and, like, she doesn't lunge forward during those. So if I'm not, like, up to, like, kissing your face, basically,
kiss the Blueberry.
Well, you know, maybe it's because he wins all the time. It's the hair. But, like, with that, I just cannot fathom how, like, depressed my character is, because she's like, I can't do anything. I can only kick people in the stomach and then punch them in the stomach. Other than that, I'm useless. So, I don't know. Like,
a lot of the problem is because I picked the Nightmare moveset, and Nightmare's, like, kick combo that I constantly would spam, that thing's, like, way too easy to knock people off of the ring. I, like, bash into you, and then I do some, like, two-step kick, and then next thing you know, whoop, you're gone. So
there was one move that I was consistently doing with my sword, that I, like, knocked you up into the air, and then I, like, smacked you, like, when you were falling down, and then you fell down again, and I could move so fast. I moved fast enough that I could, like, continue, like, and keep going at it. But the second, like, you kind of got up and blocked, I was done again, and then you, like, shut me down. I'm like, no, god damn it. So,
honorable mention, though, the Yoda versus Ivy fight. That one was good.
That was actually genuinely good.
Because all you did was hacky sack me.
You picked Yoda, right?
I had Yoda, you were Ivy, and you just kept hacky sacking me.
Look, in the old, I think it's Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
I think it's the one I had for my Xbox. Soul Calibur 2, I always used to pick Ivy because the range on the whip was so good. I was like, I don't need to be near anyone. I can stand back here and go thwink and like whip them. And if they're trying to like do something, I can pull them closer to like get in there, beat up on them, or I can do like a whip thingy that would like when you hit them that kind of knocks them back a little bit. I had like Ivy down to a T, and that's who I always, I don't know, that was like used to be my go-to character if I was getting like beat down or something.
I just thought that part of the video was hilarious. I just thought that part of the video was hilarious.
Dude, Yoda hopping around and just getting thrown up into the air.
Because otherwise you couldn't really do anything to me.
The cutest, funniest thing I have ever seen in a game.
You couldn't like really hit Yoda until you started hacky sacking him, and then he was in trouble.
Yeah.
So, but
anyway,
moving on. Here's one to talk about: the Trinidad Scorpion video.
Oh God.
Bring back nightmares, Zach. Bring back nightmares.
I've been prepping. I've been eating some hot I've been eating some Thai chilies.
Yeah, and I'll be in there with you this time because I think my dad bought like 4 or 5 Trinidad Scorpion plants.
Jesus, we have some ghost pepper ones as well that we have here. So
that's a pretty good warm up to like to kind of like. Oh yeah, we could definitely do that if like none of them like produce any fruit because for some reason they just don't like to grow around here. At all.
I actually can't wait for it because I don't know why, but whenever I eat spicy things, I like that is like a big memory thing for me.
So because you remember the pain.
I can remember everything about that pepper. If you would ask me like in the next 10 years, I would remember everything about that pepper. But if you ask me anything else, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Who are you? But I remember that pepper.
Who are you? You're the one that gave me the pepper, right? Is it? Oh,
you jerk!
Yeah. Right. Oh, I'll choke you out. But like, whenever I eat like spicy things, it's like, I don't know. It's like a rush. Like, oh my god, it's so hot. How do I deal? It's just like a weird thing that like.
I think I've kind of explained why you kind of like feel better after eating a hot pepper. I could be wrong here.
Your life feels a lot better.
Well,
oh my god, that excruciating pain and suddenly nothing. I'm okay.
But no, what it is I read somewhere where basically whenever like the pepper's heat that it produces, it tricks your brain into thinking that like that part of your mouth is like actually like in an actual like serious like kind of like pain or it's like on fire or something like that. So it sends natural painkiller type things.
So it.
It like
sends the.
I think they're called like endorphins or something like that. I can't remember. But, and then that's why you generally feel a lot better after. Not whenever you go to the bathroom, but right after.
I have that problem still. So.
Yeah, I was really confused. I've actually never really had that problem.
I only have that with orange juice for some reason.
Well, yeah. That's still a good video though. I like that one. Next one will be in a lot better. Being a lot better resolution. We won't be using a crap.
Oh yeah, it'll be a lot better quality too because we won't lose the webcam.
Yeah. I have 2 just in case.
So. Yeah, and as well as you'll be eating one as well this year. So.
We'll have to make sure that because I can't very well be the cameraman. We'll have to make sure that we have all the stuff we need in that room. Because I can't really follow you around if my mouth's on fire.
We should probably like pre-prep, be like, okay, do we have everything that we could possibly need in this room? Do we have the first aid kit? No.
Medical staff standing by right in the bathroom. They're just chilling out in there. I don't know why they are always there, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to know that they're there to help.
We gotta use the bathroom too. We haven't chained in there. So.
Oh, okay. I see. I wondered why, like, whenever I went in there one morning when everyone wasn't, like, awake and there was just 2 people just chilling out in there. I'm like, hi. It was really weird, but just, I let them go.
They're just hanging out, you know.
Yeah.
Keeping it real.
So, that's one of our special kind of videos that we've done for our channel. The second one, you probably have a lot to talk about. It's our Easter Day special. I love that video. For specific reasons.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I It is well known. I dislike really. Actually, it doesn't even have to be that many reallys. It can just be normal deep water. I can't handle it. I look into deep water and I go, nope, and then completely ignore whatever I was doing.
Yep.
But that video may have made me shit myself slightly, and then when I watched it again, I watched up to where you said, oh yeah, that's the drunk sailor or something like that. And I'm like, okay, hit X, and I closed the video out right away. I'm like, nope, that's where that video stops in my books.
Oh, you didn't get to see the penis part at the end, the penis audio then.
No.
Because I added that as a picture at the end of it so that people knew what the penis looked like that you made.
Oh, good, yeah.
So.
That's nice. I won't ever see it, but that was nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So yeah, that video was good. I like doing those videos as well, like the kind of like what we were discussing before with like the shorts and such like that. Like I like doing like other things other than just like our gaming videos, because like anyone can do that, but it takes some actual like creativity to be like, what else could we do other than just record a pre-made game that is basically let me sit down and play a game. Like that's why I want to move into slowly making starting making those, because I think that would be really cool, as well as continue with our streak of making different like holiday-esque videos. We didn't make one for Cinco de Mayo though. I was kind of disappointed. I don't know what the hell we would make, but it'd probably be something extremely racist and terrible.
It's fine. I'm quarter Mexican. They would understand.
Yeah, we were out drinking.
Tea.
That doesn't work so well. Drinking tea.
Yes. Non-alcoholic tea at all.
Yes. Non-alcoholic tea.
Never. Would we ever?
I think. I don't remember. I woke up on the floor, so.
I was in the toilet with a bit of a penis drawn.
He was actually in the toilet. Like he got his foot stuck in the toilet and then just like curled up into a ball and slept on the toilet.
Yeah. Didn't know I was that flexible, did you?
I didn't. I learned last night. I mean, what?
Oh gosh. Anyway, continuing. I figured that we'd talk about some of the stuff. It doesn't have to be like ideas or anything like that we have, kind of like the shorts that you were talking about, but kind of like the things that we have just kind of like re-recorded. We don't really know why we recorded it, but we did. Like one of the things that come to mind is like Dishonored. We recorded like an hour of that, and like we've done absolutely nothing with it because what Dark Souls is another one. Yeah, that was gonna be my next example. We also recorded an hour of South Park, GTA 5, and lots of Minecraft.
Oh wow. Yeah, those are kind. Well, I mean, I would like to say those are like kind of throw-in videos if we're short on videos, but the thing is, I still don't feel like those should be like series in themselves.
Yeah, that's why
Dishonored
I haven't done
is a fucking phenomenal game. Dark Souls, so far of what I've played and what I've seen from Strippin', because that's the person I watched. It's a great game. It's got really good story. Like it's got very good lore into like why things are like they are. Let me think. Minecraft, we kind of did weird things with that. Like we were gonna make it into like a podcast kind of thing, and then we were gonna make it into like a very chill thing, and then we were gonna make it into like a let's play thing, and then
we just can't find a sense of direction with that one.
Yeah, it just
actually
kept derailing. And it's kind of weird and crazy because Minecraft is a game literally. Anyone that watches YouTube videos, they know. Even if they don't, like they've probably heard of Minecraft or seen something Minecraft, and it's a very big game. It's a very big platform. because I would classify it as its own platform anymore, because a lot of people don't watch them for the content unless they're doing a mod review or
like a spotlight
doing
on a
something
mod
different, doing some kind of challenge.
Yeah.
They don't watch it for that. They watch it for the person. And I kind of explained this to you, and I was like, that's, I feel like Minecraft isn't the way to go just yet, until, like, we would get more of a viewership going on. That way, people could just kind of like, oh, I don't really want to watch, this one or this one, but they have a Minecraft one out that's like 10, 15 minutes long that they're probably just doing dumb things in, so, just chill out and watch that.
Yeah.
So that's a weird one that we recorded, though, because we've done so many different things with it, but it's still on, like, the same world. So, like, one episode,
and nothing's
we're, like,
been published,
kind of like a let's play. Oh, we were gonna do like a role playing thing first.
Yeah,
where we were
first thing was gonna be a role playing thing where we were kind of like.
I was like an archer. You were like a knight. We were gonna like protect this town and like upgrade it and stuff like that, which I thought was actually a cool idea, just because I've not seen it before. I've not seen anyone else be like, oh hey, we're gonna protect a town. It's like, well, okay, why? Like, what's the purpose of that? I don't know. Just
those testificates deserve to live. They're people too.
Yeah, right. They're people too. People for the people. So we did that, and then we did like a scary reading story kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
that was
our first like weird podcasty kind of thing. But we just turned it into like, let's read creepy, scary things.
Which reminds me that leads into the next subject, which will probably be like the last subject of the video, but not like the closer part of it. That leads us to the fails. Many, many fails.
Okay, another truth bomb for you kids. I don't know how many times we've either recorded comedy fucking gold or recorded the worst piece of shit you could ever imagine. And then suddenly, we look at the files that we have, and there's either video missing, or there's audio missing, or there's something fucked up in the video, or something fucked up with the audio, and, like, that has happened so fucking much. And it's not, like, our fault, or, like, most of the time it's not the program's fault either. It's like
things happen though.
Just
that's
random,
just kind of the problem.
The random shit happens where it's like, oh, the video looked like it was recording perfectly fine. It was, there was no weird problems with it during recording. There's no weird problems during recording with audio. But then all of a sudden we go back to the files and they're like, I think we've had a corrupted file before.
We've had a corrupted file. Our first Fallout attempt failed.
Our first Fallout, because we recorded
it with your laptop, and then we found out your processor wasn't enough, so we went over to my laptop.
Yeah, and it was all like jumpy and janky and weird, and we're like, it's shitty. So then we recorded audio on mine, and then the video on his computer that he had at the time, and we just kind of worked with that as much as we could. And like the video would kind of fuck up at times, so the audio would just suddenly have like a dead silence moment for like 5 minutes, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And then editing was like, oh, you put all the videos in, you kind of put it all together, and then you go to like set it up, and it's like, oh, hey, just so you know, the video file is now corrupted, or oh, suddenly you can't render out the video because it's gonna take fucking 28 hours to render out
like 15
minute long video.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so fucking much that just goes wrong at the worst times, and you can't really avoid it. It just happens, and so you kind of have to go with like the best of what you can with it. Kind of be like,
definitely.
Well, like kind of like work with it. Be like, okay, well, this part's fucked up. Like in one of our videos, like the audio just fucking cut out at random. I think it was a Crisis video.
Yeah.
Our audio just cut out at random, and there was like no audio for it, and we're like, oh well,
that sucks.
The game audio, sorry, not our audio.
Yeah, cut off for like half of the 1 hour recording or so.
Yeah, and there's of course there's no way to get game audio back after it's like corrupted like that. And I mean there probably is, but like
I could go record that part again.
Not. Yeah, like it's almost not worth the effort of just going back just to get the audio. So Austin's put in notes that are like, oh, just so you know, no game audio or whatever, like something happened, blah blah blah. And it's not just like with our videos. Like I've seen it in really big YouTubers' videos too, where just things happen and like they lose game audio or they lose parts of their audio or they lose parts of their video. I've heard all those things before and I've seen them, and you're like, well, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
But you can't like go back and fix it, so you just kind of gotta move with it.
I think Fallout's our biggest contender for fails, and then the next one's Silent Hill Downpour. Which has failed the most.
That was so awful.
Yes.
We recorded that game probably 3 times.
Yeah, the first time or second time.
Maybe like an hour.
The reason why we stopped that one and we didn't release that one was because of the webcam. We just decided, no, it's not very good. We can just restart. Especially since how long it took us.
I was like, oh, I'm not fucking playing this anymore. This game's freaky as fuck. It was like, it's an hour, and I was like, done, we're done, I'm out, We stopped the video, we kind of looked back, and we're like, ugh, it's kind of, shitty quality. We didn't want to go with it, so we're like, okay, we got a new webcam now. And then we used the webcam, and was it our audio that wasn't recording, or was it the video that wasn't recording, or something? I don't remember what it was.
I think the video recording was one of the problems, but it wasn't like the big one where we're like, yeah, we did good, because I think we caught on to the video one before. But the last fail was whenever like our audio was so loud that anything we did broke my ears when I was trying to edit it, and no matter how whenever I tried to lower it,
it physically injured Austin to listen to our audio, because he would like go to listen to it, and it would be like if like a speaker was blown out on like a headphone, and it was like, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, why is this happening?
Yeah,
like. I think also at that point the game just lost its scare with me because it was more frustrating to try to record.
Yeah,
and
play. That's why I haven't like been like, yeah, we should. I still wouldn't mind recording like a creepy type game at some point, just because I enjoy playing them, because even though getting scared sucks, I still enjoy it though.
Right, like,
but. That game will probably put on the shelf for a while.
If it's not like a jump scare, I like it when it gets like a scary game happens, kind of thing. Like it's like, and they're chasing you. You're like, oh, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. But like if it's just a jump scare, I'm like, God, I hate that. Like make it atmospheric and scary, not like
I don't mind jump scares if they're used in moderation.
Oh,
give me 1 or 2 a game, or like 1 or 2 for like an extended period of time. The problem is that's asking a lot for people who use jump scares.
Right, like that takes out a lot of games that we could potentially play, because I mean, good God, that's all bad.
But I still want to put in an honorable mention for Fallout fail whenever I crit so many people in the head with 3% chances. That had to be the one that messed up. It had to be the one.
That was probably one of the more devastating ones to like the footage itself, because that was actually a pretty big chunk that we lost.
Yeah.
And it was a big chunk of things that we lost while you were doing fucking
because we did a lot of like Galaxy News Radio stuff during that.
Yeah, that's what it was. We were in some sewer thing or something. I don't remember what it was. I think it was at least. No,
we were going between like the sewer tunnels and stuff like that. But yeah, Galaxy News Radio was like what we were doing at the time. But there was nothing I could really salvage from like the 1.5 hours that we recorded during that. So.
Yeah, because what was left was like fragments and bits of all the different like parts of the video. I'm like, oh well, that sucks.
Definitely sucks. Yeah.
Trials and tribulations of YouTube.
Things are looking up though from whenever they first began, though.
Yeah, we actually kind of know what we're doing. We kind of have a foothold on
Problem is
and
that
setting
just
up
like
and everything
something
that.
always happens whenever we go to record. Like we can never get like a backlog of footage because of the fact of my schedule always being so messed up all the time that I can't get over there like week after week to record stuff to get us a backlog. So we're always like pushing our deadlines or pushing our videos to like they're very minimal or very maximum.
Right, yeah, that's why
they can go.
That's why I'm totally okay with us just recording random things like Hearthstone matches between each other, and eventually we'll be doing Heroes of the Storm because I was thinking about doing the tutorial for that today to kind of understand how the fuck to play.
Yeah.
But that's why we were doing those because I think it's been
this will be the third week. If I wasn't gonna be like showing up or anything this week, it would be the third week.
Yeah. So. You know, it's kind of what happens with schedules and stuff like that when you have more than one person working on something, because you have to appease his we have to appease his schedule, which is totally like cool and everything, and then I normally don't have anything going on because no one tells me, which is totally okay because that's normally what I'm okay with. But then people just will randomly show up, or things will randomly happen. I'll be like, oh well, I guess we're going somewhere quick. Hang on,
Yeah, I don't think it would be quite as bad if like I show up and there wasn't like 5 people like basically talking as loud as you do.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, that's
it's just kind of what happened.
Family, we're all loud and obnoxious. Yeah.
So, we deal with it though. I have to give a shout out to my dad. The computer helps. The computer helps.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I just made like a horn in my audio. It's really interesting. It's like a dude blowing a horn. It's kind of cool.
Dude blowing what? I mean, nothing.
Blowing a dick. Horn. I said horn.
Totally a horn. Totally a horn.
Yeah. Your dad's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Bow down. What?
What?
Not ripping out hearts for each other. Come on now. Bye, motorcycle guy.
Bye. Hey, freaking we're recording.
Oh, hey, by the way, I have my window open.
Yeah, that's fine. A vehicle went down my road, and I figured that it'd get caught up anyway because I live out here where the freaking tractors go down the road all the time.
Right.
They're
I'm just
annoying.
glad that I don't anymore. Now I just live in town where everyone's loud as they can possibly be all the time because they want to show off to everyone else how loud they can be. It's great. It's great.
Maybe they're trying to like compete with you, but you don't even know that you're in the competition.
Right? Like they all pass by and they're like, BAM! I'm like, shut the fuck up! And just like blow out like speakers and everything.
Yeah. So
that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm loud, obnoxious, and
overall unpleasant, but I put up with you. So
I am very unpleasant, but God, do I have to put up with you sometimes?
Okay, so I'd say that pretty much wraps it up. That's kind of like getting into the tip of the iceberg of what like a lot of the stuff that we would talk about, but I've got to get going. So once again, schedule conflicts and all. Plus, we gotta this is gonna be a 1-hour video anyway, or relatively, so we probably should cut it here anyway. Right, so 100 videos down.
100 videos down, only 9,900 more to go.
What?
What? Nothing. That's like the doomsday number. Once we hit 10,000 videos,
the world ends because the world ends because they've been having to deal with us for 10,000.
We made every dick joke at that point.
Yeah,
oh my God,
that's what it is.
So pissed.
Like the freaking big powers of the world were like, oh no, they're so close, and then we're like, that's a penis joke.
So close, we have to stop them.
And then it just blows up because there's no more penis jokes in the world, and because World War III starts because of it.
I would be okay with starting World War III. Not that wars are good, but I would just like to say I accomplished something that affects the entire world.
Wow. Hey, you'll be able to meet the president as he's shooting you in the face. There you go.
Right? Yeah, like the future president whenever our 1000th video comes out, we'll be like, great.
Be like, I met the president. Dead.
I met the president. Oh no.
All right. So is there anything you'd like to say to 200th video, Zach?
To the 200th?
Yeah.
Fuck off, you bitch. You start your shit again. Wait, what? Wait, hang on.
That's. I didn't see anything wrong with it so far. Keep going.
Okay, well. Alright, you punk 200th video. Your ass is grass, and my grass is your ass?
That's kind of creepy because some people prefer like the smell of like fresh cut grass. I'd rather not smell that now.
So, do you like the smell of fresh cut ass?
I guess I do. I guess I do.
That is the real question.
Mmm.
Holy shit.
Nothing I'd like better in the morning.
Nothing
I like better. Mmm. It's what I live for.
Jesus Christ. Oh god. This is so bad. Do you have anything to say to the 200th video?
Austin, seeing as how you're probably editing this, I've got nothing to say to you because I really don't care. At all.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Drop mic, walk off. Drop mic, walk off. Just, oh, I'm done.
200th video, Austin. Yeah, you're crying right now. I don't care.
I don't fucking care. I'm a ruthless beast. I just want to rip your fucking face off and eat it for supper.
I would imagine that's cannibalism, but at the same time...
Is eating yourself cannibalism? Is that a thing?
It's like self-maiming cannibalism. That's weird.
It's too long of a name.
Yeah, I know. SMC.
Jesus Christ. Single...
Male.
Cactuses.
No, male. Small male.
Small male condom.
Darn it. You're supposed to say cucumbers.
He means cock. He means cock.